One of the topics flying a bit low under the radar concerns this individual who made an undercover documentary about abortion. More specifically, he shows a side of the business in which prominent people of this scumbag government-supported program actually barter for individual private parts of the fetus. Before you slam me as being an anti-abortionist wacko, I will say that I reluctantly am not in favor of making abortion illegal. I have lived in countries in which this has become a black market business and it leads to disastrous results. That being said, with such a hot button issue and astounding debt, the US government needs to stop funding this organization like 2 days ago. I need to address the rhetoric being shilled out by the media. On the channel hosting these videos, I see a lot of YouTube comments linking to media news sites quote unquote exposing how the individuals that made these videos have been indicted and could possibly face over 2 decades in jail. The average person won't go down the rabbit hole and they immediately will think the worst things. After all, 2 decades is more than what rapists and child molesters get. But when you look at the bogus, trumped up charges, you realize that this was a highly tactical smear campaign, discrediting the validity of these unfortunately valid videos. You will also notice that the publicity of the outcome and the details of the trial are not as easily accessible by the mainstream media, and this is purposefully. Otherwise, the Streisand effect would destroy the highly corrupt organization, Planned Parenthood. For those of you that may not know, the Streisand effect is what happens when a person or agency tries to conceal or censor information. The publicity of the attempted censorship actually spreads more spotlight on the issue than would have been ever before begot. I'm going to dissect, double entendre intended, a few tricks that manipulators will use in order to spread their agenda. First, let's call abortion for what it really is. It is stopping another human life from happening. Whether it be the morning after pill or an 11-week baby, it is killing a life. I'm not going to sugarcoat it to protect some left-wing zealot's perception or interfere with your safe space. Now that I pissed off the feminazis, it's time to piss off the Bible thumpers. I am not opposed at all to abortion. I do believe in the parent's right to choose. A heartbreaking aspect but fact of life is that sometimes a mother or father has to make unfortunate decisions to put down one of their offspring. Whether it be from rape or very abnormal deformities, it's a tragic part of nature. On the flip side of this, statistics of these cases being the reason for infanticide are incredibly low, yet often used as a beautiful straw man. Is Planned Parenthood selling fetus or fetus parts illegally? I'm not debating the moral issue behind this. I'm just asking a rhetorical question in which the unequivocal answer is yes. Yes, these motherfuckers are chopping up baby parts and putting them on the market. Eyes, liver, baby balls. This isn't a matter of debate. These are cold-blooded facts caught on tape whether you believe the means for obtaining the footage were deceitful or not. This callous woman with a drink in her hand jokes about the high demand for baby balls, baby testicles, or gonads as she puts. So I guess this could also mean ovaries by definition. Now the people on the side of Planned Parenthood argue 2 points. First, the parts are being used in research for various vaccines or diseases. That's really not the issue I have with this whole situation, so I'm choosing to hold off on that topic for another video, because quite honestly, my hypothesis, research, and conclusion are null and void at this point. The second argument is that the compensation from these body parts is being used to fund the organization. Now, the taxpayers are funding 45%, while baby killing and harvesting make up the other 55%. Although I have my own personal feelings and emotions about making a profit in these darker areas of society, I'll give Planned Parenthood the benefit of the doubt and go along with their story that they are not profiting from these exchanges. The law specifically states, however, it shall be unlawful for any person to knowingly acquire, receive, or otherwise transfer any human fetal tissue for valuable compensation. Look at the word valuable. Lawfully, it doesn't mean super expensive or highly profitable. It means anything that is of importance or use. Is money of an importance or use in society? Well, obviously, it is almost what every mind conjures up when they hear the word valuable. They hear the word dala dala. So this doesn't just mean profit. This is any sort of reciprocal trade. If I offer to do your taxes in exchange for dead baby meat, that is still unlawful. The religious right may even attest that valuable research could also be considered as valuable compensation, but I'm not going to touch that issue with a 40-foot pole for now. The people that made this video also wanted to bring charges against Planned Parenthood. The videos in question without a doubt sheds light on this organization breaking a law. In order to blow the whistle on this operation, the journalists acquired a fake ID in order to do the investigation into the issue. Instead of shedding a spotlight on the way more devastating controversy of body harvesting, Planned Parenthood trumps up the charge of having a fake ID to discredit the journalist as some sort of right-wing nutjob extremist. Yes, people, this man is doing journalism by definition, whether you agree with him or not. This organization is using its government influence and power to manipulate perception and censor the footage from the videos. They know that the debate of harvesting body parts for compensation and research isn't going to fly well with the American people. So heaven forbid they lose 45% of their baby meat packing plant from my and your tax revenue. I challenge all of you, let's live in a free market of ideas. Present your idea to Congress and tell them why you should be allowed to sell baby balls. Then maybe there can be a discourse so you can lawfully go about your booming baby business. 2 laws were broken. One man faced a jury in which, thank God for humanity, he did not get 2 decades of jail that he could have gotten. Isn't it time for Planned Parenthood to go on trial for the crimes that have been caught on tape? Well, there's my political assessment of the whole situation, but I want to know what you guys think. And in fact, I'm calling on you pro-abortionists. I want you to tell me why any of the facts stated in this video are wrong, or tell me why you support what Planned Parenthood is doing and why the American taxpayer should pay for it. Thank you very much. See ya.